Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to deploy to a CentOS server on an AWS SC2 instance if you already have it set up. So essentially, in order to access it, you need the PEM file, which you probably should have already downloaded from AWS if you have your own account. And so it's pretty simple to get in. So first things first is you go in the terminal, or if you're on Windows, you go in the command prompt. But make sure that you have the PEM file locally downloaded. Don't put it in like Google Drive or anything. It's not safe, and your terminal probably will tell you it's not safe. The server itself tells you it's not, like, you can't access it if it comes from like a drive file. So make sure it's on a local folder. I put mine in a documents folder /certs, so like a certificate folder specifically just for these types of things, so that I can access it. So the file itself is known as evsc.pem. To access the evsc.club CentOS server. So in order to SSH into the server so that you get access to it, you do SSH CentOS at evsc.club -I to let it know that, oh, you're trying to get access to it, and then you do that. And then you put the PEM file after that, and if your PEM file is correct, it'll let you access the server. If not, have fun, because you'll probably won't guess it. Anyway, now we're on the server. So if I ran the command simply from here and it started running in the background, once I close out of this terminal on my computer, it closes out, it stops the command on the server. So a problem with that is that if you want to run like a website or something, you can't really do that. And like reliably keep up your computer for the whole time, and that's what ruins the whole point of pretty much having a server in the first place. So one thing, and it ruins battery life. So what I've done is I've installed a Linux program known as Screen. And so Screen is a program that essentially lets you access these different instances on the server itself. On the server itself, that will stay awake in the background. So it's like terminals on the server that always are on. So to access your screens, you do screen-x. And so I already have one started up. This one's specifically for Meteor. So essentially, once you do this, you just cd into the evsc.site file or wherever your website file is. And because we're using Meteor, we just run it like regularly like Meteor. And you can do all the regular Git stuff like checkout, master, and like git branch, and like all that stuff you can do. But for the sake of demonstration, oh yeah, this is also there. In case you're lazy, you can just use the arrow keys and find it. It's just Meteor dash settings dash production. So the production JSON file has all the stripe keys and all the AWS keys that you need. Don't mod it unless you know what you're doing, please, and don't come complain to me if you have a problem like that because you modded my JSON file. It took me honestly forever to figure out like some of the AWS stuff, and it probably will take you too. So, and it's the school year, so I don't recommend that you waste your time doing it. It's all set up for you though, and it's works. Yeah, so now we just check and we make sure that it works. And so if the page loads, it's good, and because I'm recording, obviously it'll load. But sometimes it just doesn't load. And so if it doesn't load and it says like you still have a server error, even if you're running the local host on the server itself, just use Control-C, close the command, and then reopen it, and then try again. That's what I figured out. If you have a fix for it, tell me in the comments below. I'd love to know. Anyway, to make sure to like show you that Screen actually works, we'll just close out of this terminal. And so now it isn't running in the background. No terminal's running in the background, which is good, so it doesn't waste my battery life. And we reload the page, and it's still running. And if I want to get back into there, we just go back and we cd ssh, and then we go back to Screen, and then we can close it. And then now you can see that the server is now unavailable. And if I want to put it back up, you run it again. And I've done a ton of work so that you can just put it on localhost 3000 and it'll automatically like refer you to the secure port on the server itself. or no, it'll only let you access it from a secure port, but you don't need to change any of that localhost stuff. I've already done all that like all for you. If you want to know how to do that, I can make another video for that. If not, see like now it doesn't work even though I'm running it. So now we just run it again, which is just tedious, but yeah. And it still doesn't work. Rip. Rip EVSD server. I don't think space, yeah, like the extra space at the end probably doesn't matter. So you can just quit the video right now. I think I've given you all the information. I'm just probably want to extend it as long as it takes to get this to load. So what you need to have really is just the local key yourself so that you can access the server. And now it'll load. And we're good. And so now we're on the debate page. And so that's essentially it. Yeah, so what you need is the key and a little bit of knowledge of Vim if you want to edit the files. Gets kind of hard to do on terminal itself because there's no GUI on a Linux terminal. And so if you're comfortable with Vim, use it. If not, what I recommend is use your own text editor, push the commits, and then pull it on the server. Either way works. Either way is fine. Although if there are like merge conflicts from the server itself, you'll have to resolve them yourself through Vim, and that gets kind of icky and it gets hard. So have fun. Yeah, and that's essentially how you do it. Thanks.